Hello children, how are you all? Your exams have started, but we can't stop with the portions, we have to continue. So today I'll be taking a new poem for you, No Men Are Foreign, by James Kirkup. Okay? Now this poem, the poet tells about love and brotherhood throughout the world. He wants us to avoid war and bring in peace and love because all human beings are the same. Okay? Now, before I come down to the poem, let me tell you something about the poet. James Kirkup was born on 23rd April 1918 in South Shields and died in the year 2009. Very, very recently, comparatively, only 11 years ago. He died at the age of 91. He was a prolific English poet, novelist, playwright, translator, and travel writer. He held the Atlantic Award for Literature from Rockefeller Foundation in 1950. Now here, the poet is telling us that no men are foreign. The title of the poem itself is No Men Are Foreign. Now whom do we call as foreign? Someone who doesn't belong to our country, right? So they are foreign to us. Okay, so here he's saying no men are foreign. The title itself is like that. So let us see what he has got to tell us. Have you ever thought of some people as strange or other countries as foreign? We have many ways of thinking of other people as different from us on them. Different from us as them. They may belong to a different country or speak a different language. In this poem, however, the poet reminds us of the many ways in which we all are the same, for we all are humans. We all are the same. Why? Because we all are humans. Okay? Now here, the poet is trying to tell us that we all know that a person who doesn't belong to our country, or when we go to other country, we are foreign to them, and when they come to our country, they are foreigners to us also. Why? Because we all have got a citizenship of a particular country, and we become citizens of that country. Anybody who comes outside or who doesn't have the citizenship, he is called as a foreigner. But the poet has got some depth in it. He's telling us that human beings are the same round the world. So no men are foreign. So let me come down to the poem. We all are human beings. Remember, I'll read out the poem first for you. Remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Like ours, the land our brothers walk upon is earth like this in which we shall lie. They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvests, by wars long winter starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess. betray, condemn. Remember who take arms against each other. It is the human earth that we defile. Our hells of fire and dust outreach the innocence of air that is everywhere are your own. Remember, no men are foreign and no country strange. So of air that is everywhere, our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no country strange. Now remember, so the poet writes his poem in 4 stanzas, and in these 4 stanzas, he tries to bring out the uniqueness, the oneness that human beings are all the same round the world. Then why do we fight? Why do we wage wars? When we are hungry, whether you are an Indian or whether you are an Englishman or whether you are a French, the hunger is the same for everybody. When you sleep, your eyes are closed. When you wake up, your eyes are open. It is the same everywhere, right? So why do we wage war? Why do we wage war? Why do we have vengeance against each other? Why can't we spread out love and peace round the world? That is the essence of this poem. Remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes like ours. So he's saying that no men are strange, no countries are foreign. Beneath all uniforms. Uniforms here, it is the uniforms worn by people who are in the armed forces, okay? Or what he is intending to tell us is that every country, every culture has got their own way of dressing up. So behind each uniform, that is each style of dressing, a single body breathes. We all breathe, isn't it? As human beings, we all breathe like us. It is the same. The land our brothers walk upon is like this, in which we shall lie. The land we are walking upon on this earth, and once we are no more on this earth, we go down below it. It is the same, isn't it? When you're alive, you walk upon the earth, and when we are dead, we go down the earth. It is the same, right? It is the same whether you are an Englishman, whether you are a Frenchman, whether you are an American, whether we as Indians, it is the same. So, we live and die on the same earth. Now in the second stanza, they too aware of sun and air and water are fed by peaceful harvests, by war's long winter starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. So he's saying that we all breathe the same. Okay? We all are aware of the sun, the air, the water. We all have peaceful harvest. That is, we all do harvest. Then why the war? What happens when a war is raged? What happens? It ends up in starvation. And when it is starvation, it is the same for all of us. When you're starving, it is not an Indian or it is not an European. It is the same for all human beings. Hunger is the same. We breathe the same air. We all need the same sun. And we all do the same type of harvest. It may be a little bit different here and there, but we work with our hands. The labor is the same. Remember, so what he's saying, everything is the same. That is the sun, the air, the water, the harvest, that is the labor. And When there is a war, the starvation also is the same. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. So he's saying that we all have got the same eyes through which we can see the world. When we are sleeping, our eyes remain closed. When we are awake, our eyes remain open. It is the same round the world. And strength that can be won by love. And strength, what is the strength? You all know that we all live in a family. And this family is our strength, isn't it? Our parents, our siblings, our sisters, our grandparents, and our friends, all this make a family, a big family. And this is our strength. And how can we win the strength? We win the strength by love, isn't it? We don't fight against each other, but we win it by love. So it is the same round the world. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. It is common life that all can recognize and understand. We all can recognize it and we all can understand it. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray and condemn. So whenever the seed of vengeance is sown into us, whenever a seed of vengeance is sown into us, what happens? We are betraying our own brothers and sisters. We shall dispossess, betray and condemn the human beings. Though they are not our brothers and sisters, they are our human beings. They are human beings. So we should not forget that we are all men on this earth. Why should we fight with each other? So whenever a seed of vengeance or a seed of enmity is born or is sown into our mind, we shall be dispossessing or we shall be disowning our own brothers and sisters. Remember, who take arms against each other. We walk with hands, hand in hand with our brothers and sisters. And these same brothers and sisters, we are disowning or we are dispossessing by sowing the seed of vengeance and enmity inside us. So let us not fall a prey to all such negative things in life, because we are all human beings. Because when we are hungry, when we are falling asleep, when we are awake, when we are walking, when we are breathing, when we are under the sun, it is all the same that we are sharing. Then why this enmity and why this vengeance in our mind? It is the human earth that we defile. So the poet is telling us, James Kirkup is telling us, that by sowing the seed of enmity, by sowing the seed of vengeance, we are disowning or we are defiling the Mother Earth. Defiling the Mother Earth, what is it? Defile means we are making the earth dirty. We are polluting the earth, which has to see many, many generations in the future. Why should we spoil it? And as the children of this 2020, you must have become more aware about the pandemic and about the present situation and how valuable it is that we stay together in peace, right? Because we know now what is the value of human being coming together. What is the value of unity? We are all suffering. Why? Because we can't move about as it was before, right? You as children can't come to school. We as teachers can't meet you. We are sitting in our own houses and sharing all such things. That is, we are learning through classes where we cannot meet the students and the students cannot meet the teachers. Why all such things are happening? Why all such things are happening? You as children of future generation should see that we don't pollute the earth, right? It is in your hands that the future generation is lying. So see that you do the maximum to raise love instead of enmity and vengeance in your mind. See that you always remain close to each other. Do small things in small possible ways. Help somebody. It may not be through money, but by love and understanding, everything can be done. Everything is possible in this earth. My dear children, so let me come down. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere your own. Remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. So we are defiling the earth by raising a war. Nowadays we don't have face-to-face wars. Just by pressing a button, sitting on a table, you can completely bring to dust a country. This should not happen. Technology has advanced, but see that we make good use of it. So this is an advice to you, my dear children. See that you use your brains for good purposes, for the well-being of human beings, and not for destroying human beings, not for bringing something bad on this earth. Here, this poet has written this years ago, but this is what he is intending. He is saying that no men are foreign. All human beings are the same. We have got different styles of dressing. We have got different languages speaking. We have got different food to eat. It depends upon the weather conditions. That is totally immaterial. But we are all human beings because we share the same sun. We breathe. We walk on this earth. When we die, we are the same. Okay, we all go down to the earth itself. So it is the same. Then why should we bring in vengeance and enmity and defile the earth and violate the purity of this earth? Violate the purity, which we should not do. So when nature becomes furious, it has got no ends, and that is what we are seeing today. Nature has become furious to human beings, and that is why all such things are happening. Let this not happen, my dear children. So see that we remain close to each other through love, care, and see that we don't do anything that will violate the goodness on this earth. Okay? I hope you have understood this poem. It is very, very beautiful. So, hope you will read this poem 2 to 3 times, and I'll be giving you the notes. Study it properly, you will find it more interesting. Okay? Thank you, my dear children. Have a nice day.